Hi, I'm Tony Lair. In this how-to, I'll be showing you the basics of block dyeing using Eco-Flo products. First, set up your workspace. Be sure you have good lighting and a protective, non-printed covering over your work table. Have the following available: water, leather practice pieces, a dye palette, eyedroppers, paper towels, and Eco-Flo dyes and stains. Select a hand-sized piece of clean wood, approximately 3/4 of an inch thick by 3½ inches wide by 4 inches long. Use a staple gun loaded with 3/8 to 1/2 inch long staples. Use a clean strip of white cotton t-shirt material, cut wider than the block and long enough to wrap around the block 6 or more times. Double up the fabric, then staple an end to one long edge of the block. Start wrapping the block while pulling tight with each turn. Pull the end of the cloth over an edge of the block and staple to secure. Tap the staples down with a hammer if necessary, then trim off any excess cloth with scissors. Fold the cloth over both ends of the block and staple to secure. Tap the staples down with a hammer if necessary, then trim off any excess cloth. I'm now going to demonstrate just a few of many block dyeing techniques. On this sample, I applied forest green leather dye to a block, then blotted off excess dye on a paper towel and applied it to a piece of geometric stamped natural leather. Notice how this technique pops out high points of the design. This is the same technique, but the tooled leather was base coat dyed with range tan dye first. Then dark cocoa brown dye was applied with the block. This is also the same technique, but I've started out by applying an overall base coat of sunshine yellow leather dye. After the base coat dried, bison brown leather dye was applied to the block and rubbed over the backgrounded design to accent or bring out the texture. Shown here is leather dye on a block being applied to a piece of heavily veined, grained, and wrinkled leather. Use the block to bring out and emphasize the beauty of this type of leather. If the natural or added imperfections in the leather are not balanced or don't take the dye as you wished, use a small fine point brush to add in additional marks or de-emphasize others. On this sample, I'm applying a coat of chocolate cherry all-in-one with a piece of sheep wool. After removing all the stain I can with the sheep wool, I'm using a clean block dampened with water to remove even more stain from the high points of the design. To edge dye, first apply dye to the block. Then holding the block at an angle, rub around the project's edge. The dye should be darkest near the edge, then fade in towards the center. Let dry completely for true color. This technique will work on natural or dyed leather. Block dyeing is messy. Wear latex or vinyl gloves. Also, have separate zip-top plastic bags to store each color dye block. Eco-Flo leather dyes, highlight color stains, gel antiques, and all-in-one stain and finish can be used for block dyeing. For more information about coloring using Eco-Flo products, see our book, Coloring with Eco-Flo, and our how-to videos.